A decent spot in Group B for still a chance to fight for that top four. Vici, not so much. It doesn't sound like they will have much of a shot there. But let's run through the game itself. I mean, rather than talking about all the consequences going forward. Dakota, how did you view this game? I mean, we talked a lot about the matchup before. Then Newbie getting a lot of these soft and hard counters against Vici Gaming. How did that pan out?
Well, I mean, Ben made the call. I mean, you guys agreed. DK was a pretty viable hero, probably coming into this matchup, and we got to really shine. It got to really shine there. They got what they wanted. They put a lot of emphasis typically on their laning stage. They got what they needed from there. Then they came together and they said, "Let's move out, boys," and they got what they wanted. I mean, it must have been like 80% of those kills were track kills for them. That means that their clockwork gets to build up a lot faster. He gets to build into some serious utility core items, and he gets his like luxurious Agnum Scepter in a better time, and he put it to good use.
Yeah. And Ben, greedy Ben over here with all three of the punches. How did you view that game?
Things really went wrong at that Roche fight. They had a pretty good fight. We agreed that, like, okay, they killed the DK, Sand King, like, stopped his Blink Dagger, kept him there on the cliff, and then they stayed around. They had, I think, like, a hero advantage, but they had, like, no mana, no health. Roshan was right at that HP where it's like juicy enough where you want to kill it, but you know it's a bad idea. And then you're in that state, you're like, I really, really want to do this. And I think they knew it was a bad idea. They just thought they could get away with it. Mm-hmm. And maybe if they like didn't have the Clockwork Scout, because if you go for like a really, really risky play, the opponents might not think that you're that ballsy enough to do so. But they got punished super heavily for that, and then losing all sort of momentum after the Aegis.
Yeah, we have a highlight of the early stages of the game, it sounds like, so we'll jump to that right away as we talk to you, Winter. What did you think about how Newbie played out their composition?
I think there were several situations that we saw that even the casters were talking about how not being on the same page with his team. He was, I think, in the bottom tier 1 tower, he was hitting the tower by himself. I mean, they were there, but the 4 of his teammates decided that, okay guys, this might actually be a bad idea. Our enemy heroes are respawning and they're going to come back with their ultimates up. So it's probably a better idea that we just get back. But overstate is welcome, and the team tried to help him, and it turned out to be a bad idea.
Yeah, for Vici, it did seem like a lot of times they weren't sure. I mean, even at the Roche situation, it was just like they weren't able to really make a split-second decision one way or the other.
Yeah, they were really hesitant. The two of them were there, like the Gyro and the Storm. They were standing outside the pit, and a rocket flare came in, a track came out, and they were. How was hitting the Roche, and the Storm was like, I think I want to get out of here, bro. And he runs out, and he goes back in, probably because the Gyro's like telling him, tank for me, bro, tank for me. I think